To have gas pressure, we must be contained. And you're saying, well, given that we're contained, how does XYZ happens? Who gives a shit? We're contained to have gas pressure, therefore space is fake. Everything else is irrelevant.
Gas expands to fill the available space.
So space is fake because gas expands to fill space.
To fill the available size of the container.
Yeah. So the available size of the container in a heliocentric world is all of outer space. So gas would fill all of outer space. We'd all be dead. What pressure? Where do we get this pressure from? Where do we get it from?
So if we have a sealed container...
So Earth's a sealed container?
Yeah, let's say it is.
Okay, well then bye-bye globe Earth claim. Heliocentric model is an open system next to a vacuum, not a sealed container. Welcome to flat Earth.
If we have a... Okay, fine.
Okay, fine. So we're in a sealed container. Yeah, we know that because we've got gas pressure. Your fundy worldview on a sphere doesn't have that.
Why does gas...
Sorry, why are you asking me something? Do you want to acknowledge what I've just stated? Your fundy sphere belief does not have containment. Your example that you're now about to launch into has containment. So we're conceding, you are conceding, that Earth must have containment then, for this example to make sense.
For the purposes of moving the discussion forward, I am temporarily conceding that the Earth is contained, yes.
Welcome to flat Earth. Temporarily conceding? No, it must be, because we've got gas pressure. That's the end of your argument. Sorry, that's the end of your time here. Your claim is that we've got a sky vacuum and an open system on a sphere Earth. The moment you say, well, let's just assume that it's, for the sake of argument, contained. No, it must be for us to have gas pressure. You explaining how we'd have that gas pressure with a sky vacuum hasn't come our way. What has is you conceding that we must.
Right. So
welcome to flat Earth. The sky is not a vacuum. The gas would fill the space.
Very good. I live on a flat Earth and...
Welcome to flat Earth.
Very good. I accept this.
Excellent. Good. So, given that you've just accepted that you live on a flat Earth, why on unholy hell would you come in here and assume that you could win Bitcoin? With a sphere proof?
So now, as I go up in that sealed container...
Sorry, why did you think you'd win Bitcoin? You've just admitted you live on a flat plane and conceded we're contained.
For the purposes of the argument. Yeah.
For the purposes of argument that you've lost because you can't explain how we'd have gas pressure in a sphere world that doesn't have containment. That's you losing the argument. Space is fake.
We have a pressure lapse rate in the atmosphere.
Yeah, that's because we have pressure to begin with.
Yes.
Yeah, that's because we have pressure.
If we have a gas in a...
Yeah, then we've got to have a container.
If we have a gas...
Then we must have containment if it's got pressure.
If we have gas in...
Then we must have containment for it to be at pressure.
Correct.
Yes, so that's the end of your fucking argument.
So what we do...
So why not stutter like a bitch? Your world on a sphere has no containment. End of your time here. You're supposed to be proving that we're in a heliocentric world with a sky vacuum?
Gonna finish.
What? Completely annihilating your own belief in a sphere with a sky vacuum?
Yeah, let me fuck myself some more.
Go ahead.
All right, beautiful. So we have a sealed container, which the gas is expanded to fill, and that's where we're getting our pressure from. In a sealed container, when a gas is in a sealed container...
Which Earth isn't, therefore annihilating the claim of heliocentrism.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, well, that's the end of your time here. You're on the globe side. That's the end of your argument. Anything else you say from this point on is benign, unimportant, insignificant, because we don't have a sky vacuum. Every claim of pictures from space, space travel, everything to do with the heliocentric model dies the moment you concede that we need containment to be breathing. It's the end of your time here.
Please, sir, can I finish?
Suck my balls. Your time is over. Your time's over.
How do you concede your argument in order to progress your argument?
When we have, please may I finish?
Dude, how do you concede your whole argument in order to try to progress the very same argument? How do you do that?
I finish?
Why should we listen to you any further than now? You've already conceded your whole argument.
I finished.
You're going to now use our argument to make your argument? What?
When we have gas, because I'm getting to the nub of something and you guys are preventing me from doing it. When we have gas in a sealed container, the pressure of that gas is the same throughout the container.
That's not true.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Never heard of a dynamic system? You never heard of the water cycle? Sorry, you never heard of the water cycle? You were taught it in about 6th grade.
Did you know that with temperature?
Let's just try that once more. Try it once more. You've never heard of a dynamic system? For example, as taught to you in 6th grade, the water cycle. Have you never heard of this? Are you under the misapprehension that Earth will reach equilibrium when we in fact have dynamic systems you were taught about in early high school?
So the pressure changes in a dynamic system don't go from 14 pounds per square inch to 0.
No, and 0 is your claim of a sky vacuum. 10 to the minus 17 torr to be exact. That doesn't happen, that's correct. So you are further annihilating your own claim then? No, that's right. Gas in a sealed system doesn't go to 0.
It also doesn't go to the... It also doesn't go to the pressures that we observe when we send a balloon to 120,000 feet.
It doesn't do that. So when the balloons go up to 120,000 feet and do exactly that, they don't do that.
Not in a sealed container, it doesn't.
So, sorry, we must be contained to have gas pressure.
So why doesn't the gas...
Sorry, you seem to be asking me a question again about Delta X, ignoring the fact that your question is asked after you've annihilated the claim of space. To have gas pressure, we must be contained. And you're saying, well, given that we're contained, how does XYZ happens? Who gives a shit? We're contained to have gas pressure, therefore space is fake. Everything else is irrelevant.
Gas expands to fill the available space.
So space is fake because gas expands to fill space.
To fill the available size of the container.
Yeah, so the available size of the container in a heliocentric world is all of outer space. So gas would fill all of outer space, we'd all be dead.
So
space is fake!
Gas in a sealed container, I'm struggling to understand how we can have the lapse rate that we actually observe in the atmosphere.
Who cares? Sorry, in the what now? The sphere-shaped air? We don't have sphere-shaped... Hello, you asked me a question, I'm now responding to you. In the atmosphere? The sphere-shaped air? No, we don't have sphere-shaped air.
We have a sealed container.
Yeah, welcome to Flat Earth.
In that sealed container
lies the death of outer space.
Whatever it shapes.
Whatever it does, it destroys space. Because, as you correctly point out, and I quote, gas fills available space.
Excellent.
So if space was an available space, gas would fill it.
Not if gravity...
Not if gravity, gas go down, go boom, boom. Maybe, I don't know, this is the 11th time you've circle-jerked around that gas that expands in all directions and is created at ground level is actually going down. Which gas is created in the sky? None of them. Which gas is going down, go boom, boom like bouncy balls? Well, bricks and boats are. But gas isn't.
So is every air molecule.
Yeah, what, expanding in all directions?
Expanding in all directions.
Not down, go boom, boom with gravity then.
Expanding in all directions.
Not down, go boom, boom then. not down with gravity 9.8 meters per second, as you begged the question of?
Yes, it is.
No. It's moving in all directions. Gravity's down 9.8 meters per second. If it's moving up, it's not moving down. Thicko. Yeah, you keep asserting that gas that's moving up is actually moving down 9.8 meters per second when you beg the question of gravity.
Gases aren't cooling up at my feet.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. They expand in all directions.
You're sitting at the very bottom of a massive ocean of air.
Yeah, which must mean we've got containment. Because without the containment, there'd be no pressure.
You say...
I say we need containment. You also say we need containment. The heliocentric model says there's no containment.
I say we...
Laugh it up! You say there's containment. I say there's containment. You've got some questions about the containment. I don't care about your questions. I care that you've annihilated the claim that space is real.
I have attempted to continue to move the discussion forward by temporarily accepting your premise that the Earth is a sealed container.
No, that's a fact. Without the container, there can be no pressure. If you don't accept that as a fact, maybe if it's just a concession for the sake of argument, you could just not concede it and show me gas pressure without a container beyond your fundamentalist religious belief that the sky is a vacuum. Can you show me gas pressure without containment, please?
Yeah, demonstrate it for us, because I would love to see this.
Absolutely. If you take one air molecule that has a mass and that is attracted to the surface of the Earth.
Sorry, it isn't. Gas isn't attracted to the surface of Earth. Why are you begging the question? So if we take a gas particle and automatically assume that it's going to fall 9.8 meters per second, gas doesn't do that.
So the very...
Laugh it up. So you've just started by saying if we take a gas that's attracted to Earth with gravity, gas doesn't do that. Hello? Gas doesn't do that.
Well, I have to disagree with you there.
So gas does go down, go boom, boom, 9.8 meters per second. Can you show me gas pressure without a container?
It does when there's only one molecule, yes.
Oh, really? So if I release one molecule of gas into a chamber, you think it'll sit on the fucking ground when it moves at high velocities in all directions and only changes its vector when it collides with something? You think it'll actually sit on the floor? Yeah, that'll be a no then, you stupid clown. No, gas moves at high velocities. It doesn't sit on the ground if there's only one of them, you stupid idiot. Hey, Dave. Hey, Dirth, is this the best you can send us? Yeah, not much of a challenge, Dirth. This guy's a complete fuckwit. He definitely ain't getting any Bitcoin.